Joining us right now is Dan Dolev, who is Mizuho Managing Director and Senior Analyst of FinTech Equity Research. Dan, what leads you to that conclusion?
Hey, good morning, Becky. Thanks for having me on the show. So this is actually fact-based research, and we've got enough data points on both Coinbase and Robinhood for the month of April to triangulate to see that the relative share between the two, so if it was like 65% of volumes between the two going to Coinbase and 35 to Robinhood, that share must be coming down, and that's a fact. There's literally no other way for you to basically triangulate into the data without the share coming down. So that's why we feel very, very strong about that share loss that we published yesterday.
But the 65-35 still shows a much larger share for Coinbase?
Yeah, they are the legacy sort of like household name, right? So, but our call is the fact that the SEC is going after them, that they've raised prices for small ticket items, that people are worried and that they're losing their mode. So we think that 65 going to 62, maybe in the 50s, and then people are flocking to Robinhood. And we feel very, very strong about those, about this call.
How much of this is, you think, because of the SEC's action? How much is because higher prices, raising prices?
I think it's a little bit of both. So, we were actually shocked to see that they've raised prices on small ticket items. That's why the take rate or the yield jumped dramatically, right, from like 150 to 160. That's really the only reason that they made money. By the way, Robinhood did not follow suit. They kept the spreads the same, and kudos to them. I think it's 50-50. I think people are worried about the SEC. I think people are worried about those tokens or the altcoins becoming crypto asset securities, and I think that's the reason they're moving away from the platform.
Okay, if you look at the shares, Coinbase's shares have come down pretty substantially the last several weeks, while Robinhood's have risen. Does that change the valuation play on this, or you still think, as a result of this research, you would rather own Robinhood?
100%. Robinhood is much more diversified, and we spent some time with Vlad last week, with the founder. I think they're just a much better platform. Remember, crypto is only like a low double-digit % of revenue. Most of it is options, equities trading. They're the real quintessential singularity when it comes to young people trading. Whereas Coinbase, I think, will basically fade over time because it's very monolithic. There's really nothing beyond trading, commoditized trading of those coins. So I expect that. We have a $27 price target.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see it coming.
If Coinbase were to switch its strategy and bring prices back down, would that change your mind?
No, I think what would change. Yeah, and it's a good question. I think it would be a very nice thing. If they actually did that, then they're going to lose even more money. Remember, the reason the stock traded up in Q1 is because they said that they're going to cut a lot of costs, and because they raised it. I think what would change our mind is if they actually went into more of what Robinhood is doing, right? So if they actually diversified away from Bitcoin and altcoin and staking into equities, into options, that would make them more here to stay. I would say for the next 2, 3, 4 years, that would be a game changer. But as long as they become sort of a kind of a one-trick pony of crypto trading, I think it's going to fade.